Hi all, and welcome back to Rant Football. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Premier League is back. We have 3 weeks of loads of football. So what I'm doing this specials here, I'm going to show you what we're doing for next season. I'm choosing 5 Premier League games per week. The difference is now 1 point if you predict the right team who wins, or if it's a draw, if you predict a draw, and 3 points if you predict the correct score. So that's what's changing. As I said, as it's a 3-week madness period here, I'm going to choose 15 games. That's 5 games from each week. And me and my guests are going to try and predict them and see how many we can get right and how many points we can get on this. If you want to follow week by week in the final table to see who wins this mini little league, follow me on Twitter at PDGCFC79. That is for Rant Football. Also, I have another podcast of my own. It's called Ghost, Aliens and Beyond, and you can follow me on Twitter for that as well at Beyond Aliens. Simon will hopefully tell you about the Orlando podcast. I'm not going to do that one myself. And if you want to come on next season to have a bit of fun in doing this and see who can be a champion for a season and week in, week out, we're going to go for it next season. I said 5 games. So email me on at rantfootball1@gmail.com. All the things should be top left and right of me on the screens. So let's get on with this and let's get my guest on and let's get these predictions done for the end of the 2019-2020 season. Right, see you in a minute, guys. Welcome back, everyone. For the first time ever, I've got everybody live with me. Ignore the person called Simon. We've got Paul, the very rare Man United fan from Manchester. We've got Donna from the USA here, supporting the very small club from Manchester. And we've got Simon here, unfortunately, wearing the top of the team was not going to get bought out by billionaires, and they're getting relegated next season. Okay. Right, so as you all know, I've changed it. Predictions, we're doing 15 games through. 1 point if you predict the right team winning, or if it's a draw if you predict that, and 3 points if you predict the correct score for a draw or a win. Is that simple enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, clear as well.
Okay, well, we're gonna do it game by game. I'll go first, and then we'll go Simon, Paul, and then Donna. Okay?
Save the best for last.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to go first because Simon's been moaning all week that I've been cheating.
Well, he's known the results
Results?
the games for the last 2 weeks. Well, I'm
about to say, I'm not UEFA. Right, first game, guys. We're getting into it. It's Manchester City versus Arsenal. I am going to go for a 2-0 Manchester City win. So I believe it's Simon next.
Yeah, I've gone for a City win as well, and I've gone for 4-0.
Wow.
Okay, Paul, you're up.
Yeah, I like that. I've gone 2-1 City. I just want them to win so that it stops Liverpool winning for a while.
It's not going to happen. And Donna?
Man, I went 2-0 as well to Man City over. We're doing over Arsenal, right?
Yes,
yeah.
So that's me and Donna getting 3 points. Right, we've got Norwich versus Southampton. I'm going for a boring 0-0 in this game. I think both teams are crap. So we go on to Simon.
I've gone for 2-1 to Southampton.
Interesting. Paul?
Yeah, it's like you're reading my mind. I've got a 0-0 as well.
I like that. That's free. And Donna?
I went 0-1 to Southampton on that one.
Interesting. I hope someone's writing these all down in the future because I won't remember any of these.
I'll just send him a notes.
Okay, so the next game is Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a 1-2 win to Crystal Palace. I mean, I'm literally just predicting these as we speak. I can promise you that now. I mean, seriously, I haven't got any results whatsoever. As you can see, I'm just looking at those games. So it's up. So I've done nothing.
Plug then? Was that a little plug for another podcast?
I don't need to blog the other podcast. As you can see, Twitter up there, it's Beyond Aliens. But anyway, I've done my. Have I done my score, by the way? Because I've just totally forgot.
Yeah,
1-2
Palace.
Yeah. So, Simon, what did you go for?
2-0 for Crystal Palace.
Ooh, and Paul.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 for Palace, 2-1 for Crystal Palace.
And Donna.
I went for a draw, 1-1.
I hope Donna's wrong. Right, we now go to a club what might be taken over by blood money. Against a team what shocked everyone this season, but I think they will fall apart now. Personally, I think the mini breaks probably absolutely destroyed the Blades. We're talking about Newcastle versus Sheffield United. I think this will be a 1-1 draw.
I'm not. You might understand. I don't think you'll predict this one, but I've gone for 2-1 for Sheffield United.
Paul.
Ooh. I've gone 3-1 to Newcastle. I can't remember then, and I'm reading it.
Oh,
yeah, 3-1.
You've got more faith than me.
Okay, so I want to know what you guys know, and I don't know, because I went 1-0 to Newcastle.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think Newcastle are a good team.
I just don't think Newcastle will do anything. They've been too fat and lazy for the last.
Right, now I've gone for a game here. What I think we're all probably going to go for the same team winning. It's going to be down to who gets the right score. That's Manchester City versus Burnley. I think this will be the second game. City will start getting their stride. I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester City.
I'm going 3-1
Reading mine
to City.
So we know what Paul's is going to be. It's going to be 3-0.
I just changed to 3-2 now, just to wind him up.
And right, we said Paul, said Donna. What is yours?
3-0 to City.
Well, there's a lot of 3-0 to see. Right, we move on to the next bunch of games. This is how we're going to do it. Paul's going to go first, then me, then Donna, then Simon. So the first game is Spurs versus West Ham.
Right, I've gone Spurs 2-1 because why not? Spurs are crap. West Ham volleyball crap. Yeah, carry on.
Personally, I hate both clubs, guys. So I'm going, and I don't want Spurs to get into the top 4. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I know this is going to be the one I get wrong, but my hate for Spurs is just there. So 2-2 draw. Donna?
I went with 2-1 to Spurs.
Ooh. And Simon?
I went for the same as you, Phil. I went for a Desmond 2-2.
Okay, next game, Paul. We've got Norwich versus Everton. Another boring game, but sorry, Norwich and Everton fans, but you are boring teams.
Well, Everton are getting a bit better. Well, they were getting a bit better. I've gone a 2-0 Everton win, away win.
Okay, well, pretty much I will also go for Everton, but I haven't chosen a score. I'm going to go 1-0 to Everton. So, Donna, what do you think we're going to have here?
1-1, a draw.
I can see that happening.
And that's exactly the same as what I've done. So.
Wait. What's that, Simon?
I've gone exactly the same as you. I've gone for 1-1.
Stop licking my lips. All right, then.
We're very, very wrong.
I am keeping it like this. This is a brilliant way of doing it. Right, Watford. So what we've gone? Oh my God, I've lost my games. Burnley versus Watford, Paul.
Yeah, I've just got a Desmond here, 2-2.
Okay. I think both teams are rubbish, but I think Burnley will pull off a 1-0 win here. Donna?
A draw, 1-1.
And I've gone for Burnley 2-1.
And then we've got a pretty nice game here. I think Aston Villa versus Wolves. It's a derby, isn't it? So it's always one of them games up there. Is it in the middle of the country? You normals need to tell me this because down south it's where it all matters. But obviously, so I get confused with up north.
Well,
Midlands, right?
Just like anything southern, it's all meaningless. So just a 1 each there.
Yeah, just remember, out of all of us sitting here in this group here, who's the last one to win the Premier League? Right, so what did we go for? Was it so we went for Aston Villa, Paul, Aston Villa Wolves while he drinks his beer.
I know, yeah, cheers. 1 each.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2-0 to Wolves.
Oh, I agree with you. 0-2 is what I said. What?
Simon, you're up.
I went 2-1 to Wolves.
Okay, and the last game of this round is Watford versus Southampton. I know what you're all thinking. Where's all the big games? Quite frankly, I like going for these type of games now because they're harder to predict. So, Watford, Southampton, Paul.
Yeah, I've got a few goals. I've gone 3-0 for Watford at home because we've no idea what's going to happen. So there we go.
Okay, Watford, Southampton for me. Watford are fighting for their lives. Oh, God, it's an hard one for me, actually. I'm going to go 2-1 Watford. Time for Deeney to score.
Is it my turn? I lost track.
Yes, it's definitely your turn.
Well, I think I brought this up. I think it's going to be 0-0 because Watford just played earlier and they're going to be knackered.
By the way, before we go into the last round, guys, if anybody wants to see how these predictions go and the mini table and the final table, follow me on Twitter again at PDGCFC79 for RantFootball. Right, we're into the final games, and this is what we're going to do. Simon's going first, then Donna, then Paul.
I've not done my last one yet.
Oh, we don't care. We don't. Quite frankly, this is how I was going to fix it so Simon couldn't win. Right, go on, Simon.
Watford and Southampton. I've gone for 2-1, same as you.
What was that again, Simon?
I've gone for 2-1 Watford.
See, you could have just wasted my time there. Right, anyway, last games. Going Simon, Donna, Paul, me. Starting off with Crystal Palace versus Burnley.
I'm going to go through Thoo. Thoo. That's probably talking like I'm from Burnley. 2-1 to Burnley.
Donna.
Yeah.
Was it me? Oh, go on.
That's
Sorry.
Donna.
It's me.
Sorry.
I'm going to go 0-0. I think
Was
it's
that-
going to be 1-0.
Was that-
0.
0-0. Okay, Paul.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I think Palace might do it 2-1. I think Zaha might be in his stride, so 2-1.
I also go for Palace, but I only go for a 1-0. So the next one we've got is Brighton versus that small club from Manchester, Man United. Simon, how do you think that'll go?
It's Man United all the way. It's 3-0 Man United. Brighton have gone. Brighton have just packed up for the season, so 3-0 to Manchester United.
Donna?
1-3 to United, of course.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah. I always back United, don't I? So 18-0. No,
Always take the first answer. Always take the first answer.
Yeah, go with that. Now 2-1.
Okay, as much as we know, Champions League football matters to me, so I think United have become the Northern Tottenham bottle jobs, and I think this will actually still be 2-1 Man United. So after all that, they're still getting, but I think they will bottle out on the top four because Solskjaer is a PE teacher at best. Right, next game. Everton versus Leicester City.
I've gone for 3-1 to Leicester.
I went 1-2 to Leicester.
Paul?
Could be a good game. This, I don't know. I think I'll go for the 2 each again.
Well, Paul, you and me are in sync because that's what I was just thinking. I'm going for a Desmond 2-2 as well. That's going to be a 2-2. So I believe we're at the last game now, aren't we? We're at the last game, and no, there's 2 to go. I'm going to change it around though. I'm going to change it around because I'm leaving the big one last. It's going to be Sheffield United versus Spurs.
I've gone for a 2-1 win to Sheffield United.
I went 0-1 to Spurs. I know.
I hope Sheffield do win, but no, Spurs 2-1 for me.
I think this is Spurs fighting for Champions League football right at the end of the season. There's probably going to be 3 teams fighting for the top 4, so we already know Spurs are going to bottle it. Sheffield United, I think, will miss out on the top 4, but they've had a great season. Last game at home with no crowd, it'll be like a Man City game, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And finally, not saying it's fixed, but they've made the last fixture apparently Manchester City versus Liverpool, Simon.
Well, I kept going back and forth with this one, and I kept thinking this, thinking that, and I just went, plummet, there's going to be 5 goals, and it's going to be 3-2 to Liverpool.
Donna?
God, I hate this. I said
Trish
1. I you know how I feel about Liverpool winning. I think they should just stop.
Did you say 1-1?
No, 1-2 to
1-2,
Liverpool.
right, to Liverpool. And then Paul?
Yeah, I think Liverpool will have already won it by a margin by then, so I think they'll be in a party mood and City will beat them 3-1.
Do you know, I agree. I don't think it's just about the party mood. City players are born winners. They're going to hate having to do the 6 miles apart guard of honour. I mean, they're going to have to be each end of the pitch to do social distancing. And they're going to have to, they're not going to take this result lying down. They're going to want to get a bit of pride back. I'm actually going to go 2-0 to Manchester City. Thank you all for doing this, guys. Just want to say, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to get top 4? Who do you think is top 4 then? I'm going Chelsea, Leicester, Man City and Liverpool, as it pretty much is. Paul, what do you reckon?
Same, but I'll put United in instead of Chelsea, obviously. But yeah, I do. I just think, well, if we carry on as we ended, we should be all right on a bit of a roll.
And Donna?
Chelsea, Spurs, United, of course.
Who do you think top 4? Who's going to be it?
United, all the way. United. I don't know.
Well, you put United in. Let's face facts. Leicester, Man City, and Liverpool have done it. So it is between Chelsea, Man United, Sheffield United, Tottenham.
I haven't seen the fixture table in so long. I would say probably, and Chelsea would be.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right, and we're going to go to the person whose team's not even going to probably be in the top half, Simon.
Thanks. That was nice. You know something? I'm going to plumb for Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday? That's going to be an impressive jump out the leagues.
Sheffield United. They've got a couple of games that, if they get the wins in them, they could make an upset that people don't realise is going to happen. So, go for Ned Stark's army.
Well, you're wrong, but he's wrong.
But it'd be good for them if they do.
So, are you guys looking forward to next season? It looks like Chelsea are buying the title back.
Well,
Newcastle buying it.
And so United, and so are Newcastle.
For Newcastle to buy it, Newcastle have actually got to get an owner in. You see, it's no good saying you're going to get blood money in and then they not join. I mean, it's getting a bit late for it.
It's out of their hands at the moment, isn't it? It's down to these stupid snowflakes who can't make their mind up what to do. So.
And Donna, as you haven't said much, do you think the PE teacher will still be in charge at United next season?
My dog didn't like that comment.
He's not a PE teacher.
In all fairness, he's more like a janitor, isn't he? I mean, that's a bit of an insult to a PE teacher. Right, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. So, Paul, what's your Twitter handle?
Paul David 28. I don't know why, but that's what it is.
Donna, have you got Twitter? If you have, let's plug it away.
I finally signed up, but I'm so not active on it. But it's Donalane at Twitter or whatever it is. Yeah.
Guys, I'll put it across the screen so we're having all the time. And Simon, could you advertise your free Twitters, as in Simon Says Pod, your normal Twitter, and Morlando?
Yeah, so you've got this one here. It's just above my finger. You've got my personal one, which is at Simon and Julie. It's the joint one between me and the missus. And the third one I've got is the Morlando podcast, which is with this guy right here, Simon. Yeah.
Well, actually, he's down here on me. So he's down here on me, but
well, whoever he is, he's around there somewhere. Yeah. But it's an Orlando-based podcast, not just on the main theme parks, but everything else. But me and him doing that, and that's at Morlando Pod.
And guys, my ones, obviously, you know it as PDGCFC 79. That is for the Rant Football and me talking general bollocks. And then we've got my own podcast, What is Ghost Aliens Beyond. Anybody who wants to come on who's got ghost stories, please come on and tell me your stories. I know Paul doesn't believe in ghosts Paul's not going to, so I'm going to get him on one day. But the Twitter handle for that one is at Beyond Aliens. And for anybody who wants to come on Rant Football, I'm looking at you right now for next season. We do have a new email for it. It's rantfootball1@gmail.com. Now come on and have a laugh in doing this. As you can see, we're a bunch of idiots who don't know what we're doing. Obviously, I'm the southern guy, so I keep it good. Unfortunately, these people up north, they just support small teams and want this. By the way, before I go any further, I just want to tell you all three of these have told me at one point they're closet Chelsea fans.
Right, I'm gone.
Right, at that point, you all see you in 3 weeks. So I'm going to have these three back on, and we're going to talk about the results and how the season ended. And I'm going to blame everything like the refs and VAR if Chelsea don't finish top 4. See you all soon, guys.
See you later, everyone. Take care.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got music on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.